Viewer discretion is advised. Also brought to you by Skype. This is not fake news.
So, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to GLITF, Getting Lost in the Forest. Also brought to you by the DCP Network and ForrestG.Media. Today I have Marcel Fontaine. Did I say it correct?
Yes.
Very cool. All right. And we're going to be talking a little bit about his experience at, I guess you were protesting at Straight Pride in Boston.
Yes.
And cool. Yep. And I wanted to share that experience and see kind of from your perspective what went on, because I know the media right now is like, it's hard to explain because I see a lot of, I don't know, I guess negatory media, I guess against the counter protesters pretty much, saying that like, I don't know, there's just a lot of bad media saying that like a lot of them were, I guess, Antifa and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of this media stuff is just kind of over dramatized or just I don't know, plain wrong, I guess, fake news.
Yeah, like as far as what I've seen, like on the ground and stuff, like, because like I know that like the yeah, as you said, the media really like really like did not really do us justice. They were mostly like like they basically like they were saying like they were saying that that we were roughing up the police officers and stuff, but no, that we were not doing that. What I saw though is that when we like we were just counter protesting, we were just basically like, we were just basically like saying that like this is not right. Like we have that they need to recognize their privilege and stuff. Like this is more so like they never really fought for their rights and stuff. Like and
Right.
and it was more so like that. Like we were like trying to like kind of protest hate, kind of protest the homophobia that we deal with on a daily basis, especially by far right groups, which was ran by the Straight Pride festival parade was ran by neo-Nazis. It was ran by the Patriot Front. It was also ran by the Proud Boys. So so we were also not also like we were also like saying that is not acceptable. Like as much like straight pride organizers, they basically like named their event, they named their organization, sorry, not their event, their organization
Right.
like super happy fun
Super happy
or
fun America.
whatever. I think it was somewhere along those lines. And
Hold on.
so yeah, they basically like what I saw on the front lines, like I arrived at a government center. That's basically where I arrived first, because like I know because the beginning of the parade, they basically like the Straight Pride parade basically mimicked the same route as Boston Gay Pride. So like they started all the way down. I forgot where it usually starts, but they started all the way down there and it ends in Government Center.
They did like the same exact route pretty much, right, as like the regular Pride parade.
Yeah, like they ended it in Government Center, and then basically they had and just where like there was like and they actually had the same they had the same stage as most of the drag queens would perform, and they were like giving their speeches and so that and stuff, and like we obviously with us we were trying to drown them out and so that and stuff because like we were trying to drown out their hate and so that and stuff like because obviously they're they came with the intent to actually to get aroused out of the LGBT community like and also and of like counter protesters and allies and so then stuff too. So we were just trying to drown them out like we were doing what we need to do. We make sure they didn't have unfortunately they did have a platform made by so we were just basically doing our thing and we were just doing our dance and stuff and stuff and then all of a sudden like I peered over and then like right across right across from the adjacent street there was like a rush of police like Bearcat type vehicles. Like I saw it being rushed, and I didn't really see them like get all aligned, but I did see pictures of police in full battle regalia to actually I didn't see them personally, but I did see pictures that actually like occurred. But yeah, I wanted to like make sure that that it is confirmed that I did see like Bearcat type vehicles going across the adjacent street, which actually got me to be a little more concerned with our side, because they were the police obviously like wanted to to escalate the situation like they felt that that was necessary at that time and then basically they all had they all had like their they had like a area blocked off for counter protesters with their police bicycles, not like not like motorbikes, but with their actual bicycles themselves. And then basically I don't know how they got the bicycles off of the cutoff. um but they used their bicycles to actually try to deter and disperse the crowd. And then eventually, I saw it that someone just clearly just bumped into the officer when they were like backing people up, and then they basically got the then they then they got the mace out. They maced the whole entire they maced a couple people. Like I know someone who was directly in the crossfire of the mace, and it was like stinging to him. um but as Mace gets dispersed out, it does form a cloud within the area, and when um, when I automatically got into the cloud. My eyes were tearing up. Uh, reading. I went with a friend of mine, and my friend, we were just like, we need to get ourselves out of this place. We needed to get ourselves, and so then we got ourselves out, and we went to um, we just went to the little like there was like a little market right near us, and we basically just asked an Uber to get ourselves home, and we basically took the commuter rail back to Worcester. So yeah, that is all. That is what I witnessed, and although beforehand, a friend of mine, my same friend that I went to straight pride with, the kind of protesting straight pride
Yeah.
with, I um I was told by one of her friends, or her aunt, that as they were as the pride the straight pride parade was marching down, basically there was some scuffles, but I did not witness those, and apparently the police brought out the mace even during the they obviously the
That
police themselves did come with the intent that was going to be there was going to be some some escalation, and so that and as far as what I witnessed, the police did escalate the situations a whole lot worse than it could have all gotten.
like, so you felt the police kind of escalated it, like at all?
I as far as I've witnessed, it did get escalated when they bumped into a protester, and they automatically that they were trying to start a fight.
Huh. Huh, that's great.
We were all peaceful. There was at some points that we were yelling at some of the straight pride folks that came into our circles, and that's the thing. Like they came into our own I would like to call safe space. They basically came into our space, and they were trying to get a rouse out of us too. These and and then uh things just started to escalate from there too, from when the police started to use a bicycle barricade to actually disperse us.
I, it's crazy that they even allowed someone to go into the protesting area because like, didn't they mention that some of them were like armed, or I mean legally armed, but I mean,
I mean, as far as I saw, I didn't see much people armed. They must have been they must have had some concealed carry, maybe. If anything, but I didn't really see anyone open carrying. But but yeah, it was pretty it was definitely a a disturbing experience to see that from the from basically people that we count to serve and protect us. And but unfortunately they were more so protecting um the Nazis right across from us than they were protecting us, essentially. They were they were because they had so much bike racks all across the all in government center. It was loaded with bike recs and to actually, and they even provided like a checkpoint area where basically like where if people wanted to go into the speech area, then they would have to have their bags searched. They would have to have their their they would need to get patted down and so like that. Like they did a lot more to protect the Nazis right across from us than they did have to protect us, essentially.
That's so upsetting because like freaking I know Marty Walsh made a comment about how they did, such a good job at protecting, and I guess Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez made a tweet about the funding to getting a lot of these counter protesters who were arrested out of prison, um, and something like that. And I guess the judge wanted to pursue more charges on the ones who I guess did kind of go after police or something, but they said a lot of innocent protesters were arrested, but I guess the innocent ones were more or less, I guess, let go.
Yeah, like they yeah, I heard a article about that, like and when I like when I saw an article like that, like I just bet I like um I was like well where is like some of the Nazis that came into our like into our camp and stuff like our base, and actually trying to get just trying to like trying to get like a rouse out of us. Like it's kind of like um it's definitely like that day I did I did witness I officially witnessed um that that police really like they don't really protect people who go against the status quo of what um, um and they basically like go along with the um, with like white supremacy and racism and sexism um and homophobia when it comes to that, like even transphobia too. Like they definitely like I definitely saw it. I definitely witnessed it as being that's I witnessed that systemic issue within police that day.
It's just like it's so
I
upsetting. Like it
witnessed
really
it.
is. Like I had like a feeling because like a lot of people were like a lot of the comments I read online where people were like, oh well, if the counter protesters actually like were peaceful, then they wouldn't have gotten arrested. And I was thinking to myself like. A lot of these people, I'm pretty confident, like, are peaceful. Like, I don't understand, like, like how people don't seem to see what really happened. I guess.
Well, yeah, it's because that the people who say those things, they don't really like look at like the actual like like it's not black and white as to say like if you're not going to be don't be violent if you're going to like or whatever. Like it's it's not as black and white as it seems. Like we were just trying to like like do our thing, trying to like fight for what we believe is right and what we needed to do to preserve preserve our protections as LGBT folk, and also there was definitely some some allies within our group too that basically that were protecting for that were actually fighting for our rights too, and it's just when you're exposed to enough homophobia, transphobia, in your life, people, people eventually do like lash out at some point, but but as far as I've seen with we maintained the safety of the area. Like I was even there was even a point where basically I was even in front of someone who came over from the straight pride parade. Like I was even right in front of their faces, and I was even trying to make sure that we maintained I was even making sure that we maintained a safe distance from them, because because our anger is valid, but it's but we were all trying to maintain ourselves together, and we were all trying to protect each other, and basically they and what I witnessed is that the police did the police could have handled it a whole lot differently than they actually handled it at there. They could have actually assessed the situation and probably been oh, he probably just bumped me and so on stuff, I'm sorry or whatever. But no, they automatically went into the mode where basically they just they just basically went into full attack mode, and they basically tackled this protester to the ground, as they were also macing the crowd too. It was um it could have been handled a whole lot differently than it was handled then,
Right.
because because I've been in. I'm gonna just let people know my background. I've been in the psych field for about 4 years now, and I also had worked security over the Worcester Palladium couple for about a couple years,
Oh,
and
nice.
so I know how I know how it is. No, I have learned to deal with certain situations where I didn't need to have direct force involved, or direct confrontation, and the way they handled it, it only escalated the issue. It didn't provide a um a calming effect.
Hmm.
We were already we were already seeing that they were protecting the straight pride folks a whole lot more better the than the counter protesters. We were already seeing that. We already saw that because because they had a couple bike racks all strewn about all over government center, and they were more concerned about us bringing in knives or whatever than they were even concerned about of the straight pride folks that were um they could have been easily concealed carrying. They could have been easily doing that, but were they given pat downs? No.
Wow, that's crazy. And I saw that a lot of it seemed to be like more like about, I guess, Trump and building the wall and all that bull crap.
Yeah, and Milo Yiannopoulos was actually on that float too.
Oh, Milo is fucking. I can't believe they had fucking Milo there. I just. uh,
Yep.
I can't. Like, Milo was fucking there. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just. Uh, and the thing about the whole police barricades, I've seen them doing that more or less in Philadelphia too, and it seems like it never works. Like, it just makes everything worse.
It really never really works, um, and they always use it on people who are actually just challenging the the status quo of like um whether if it whether if it be like like even like with like the far left and stuff like like we're just challenging the status quo of what's and it's just like that's that's just like um and I saw um and it's sad that I had that I directly witnessed that systemic issue that we have within law enforcement folks like like I understand that that they might have like that they might just want to like do they might go in with the best of intentions, but but that institution in itself I've seen firsthand now that it's built to maintain um white supremacy and also institutional and internalized homophobia too and transphobia.
It's it's pretty upsetting. Like, I mean, it really upset me. I try not to let it get to me, but like, I was away. I was in Maine that weekend, and I guess it was better that I wasn't there because I just like. Oh my God, like, it's just like, what kind of message is this saying? Like, what kind of message is this saying? Because, like, I mean, LGBT are still a targeted class. I mean, we're still second class in a lot of states. So, like, what is this saying when these straight pride people are like claiming straight pride is more, um, it should be acceptable to do straight pride, but they're not even recognizing the current oppression on on LGBT anymore. Like, they're just like, oh, LGBT have their marriage, so who cares? Like,
Right, like, and it's but that's the thing is that we're not um we're not like we're not totally liberated when it comes to like like housing discrimination. We are not totally liberated when it comes to like discrimination on like on like on like giving blood. We're not totally liberated when it comes to like to like job opportunities and stuff because like because like and especially since now Trump since Trump is president, we've been seeing a lot more people like like having like housing discrimination and also um and, and and like job and like employment discrimination too because like um because like especially like he's given the allowance to like bring out those those behaviors that like homophobia, transphobia is all acceptable, and like people could fire you because you are gay, whether if you have a different sexual orientation or like any gender or whatever. Like people it's been given the allowance for people to do that, and even like I even saw that there was actually an article too that says that we're not even like we're not even totally liberated when it comes to like hate crimes too, because hate crimes has been on the rise for
Yeah.
like LGBT folk since since Trump has gotten elected, and that's the thing, like these people that are running the straight pride, they essentially want to see like LGBT people essentially like either like basically like having like a eugenics thing for like LGBT because like they're all about like like preserving masculinity. They're all about like preserving the traditional like straight marriage and so then stuff that it's like um then it's just like it's essentially like they might be like they might be not so direct into saying that that they actually like they're saying that they want us to actually be dead, but but they're saying it indirectly like as like a part of the eugenics thing essentially.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like but the thing is, like the ideologies the ideologies they believe in, like pretty much want us gone. And I mean, it's sad when states like Texas and there's like one other state where they forbid public schools from protecting those of different sexualities and their bullying policies. And they also have a separate bill where they ban LGBT history from being taught in any public school, even high school. And like that's just kind of like too much. It's like, why aren't people talking about this? Like it's like if you have kids, you're just as much involved in this kind of bullshit as anyone else. Like, like your kid can
Right,
get bullied.
and as I like as I also say too, like, if you don't want the gay agenda to be pushed onto kids, then stop putting on promoting the heterosexual agenda.
It's like every day. It's like every friggin' day.
And
Like I
it's like it's like when when you're a toddler or whatever, or whenever you're a kid, and or like when you're just like becoming just a teen, and they're saying like, hey, do you have a girlfriend yet? Do you have a girlfriend yet? And I'm just I'm just like I have girlfriends, but I don't like no, not yet. No, I guess. And then like and then like they would get so up in arms if you say to like a boy toddler, say like, hey, if you do you have a boyfriend yet? Do you have a boyfriend yet?
oh my god, that's ridiculous. I just, I'm just thinking like, after all this, like all these like, alt right groups, it kind of makes me mad because like I've heard people on the right say like, oh, you can support alt right and not support like these radicals, but like most of the people in these groups are like that. Like I've seen Proud Boys videos saying like fag this, like fudge packer that, cocksucker this, but then their website states that they're like for all sexualities. But like I've seen videos where like they're picking on people because they're gay or trans or something, and it's just okay, like total lie.
Well, yeah, that's how they that's how they mask it. That's how they put on the facade. So it's like, like, it's they are homophobic and transphobic, but they're just trying to, like, make it look like that that they do accept people of, like, LGBT, but they really don't. It's like, it's like, and like and plus, like, the log cabin reactionaries that we basically see too is just like they're essentially like getting duped into, like, believing this, like, they're really not. They're not for your cause.
And this is what I was also trying to get at too, was like I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook. I try not to like really like I try not to get mad from it because I've seen ignorant people who are like, oh, like the gays support Trump because the gay cabin publicans support Trump, and it's like out of all the LGBT, that's probably like maybe like 10% of LGBT, maybe less than that. Like, like I don't know. I know a couple log cabin publicans in New Jersey, but
Yeah,
right.
I was once part of the Free State Project up in New Hampshire, and I definitely know some like log cabin libertarian right wing people.
So I used to believe in libertarianism, but like I don't know, like I tried like talking to them about like, equality and all this stuff, but they're like, well, we shouldn't have any laws for any of that. And it's like I understand, like that makes sense, but like you can't ignore what's going on right now. Like that's just the other thing that makes me mad about libertarians. It's like they don't it almost seems like they don't think there's like anything wrong with like what we're dealing with right now. Like it's I don't know.
Yeah, like they basically like have like the colorblind attitude, saying that like that like that I don't see color, like I don't know why, like, like like I don't know why, like, you would promote like Black Lives Matter or whatever, like, and like like, believe me, like I actually used to believe that, like, and like and people don't understand is that like is that people of color, and also and also like and also queer people of color, like they're a lot more, like, they're a lot more, like, susceptible to, like, to the systemic racism and and homophobia and transphobia. Like they don't understand is that, like, it's not as black and white as it seems. Like and it's not like and color blindness is just basically like erasing the the precedence that was set to instill systemic racism, to instill systemic homophobia, transphobia. Like this is all systemic. Like this is all it, it based, like like I was even, like, like they don't really even go as far as to, like, even question like even the ANCAPs that go to the point where they actually question the Constitution, but they don't really even see that the same Constitution was written by slave owners, and it was written by, like, by essentially, like, the people that, like, that you're basically, like, saying that, like, oh, they don't like all lives matter, but it's just like but but if all lives matter, then also Black lives do matter as well, and also like queer lives as well. And it's just like people have that attitude, and it's just like um and it doesn't do justice to actually like to erase that.
Right. It's crazy. I actually contacted Super Happy Fun America, um, and I don't know who was messaging me, like part of that, like the leaders of that group or whatever. But what they told me was was that um, that the law is does not oppress LGBT, and they just want our group to be happy, and that's pretty much what he said. And I'm like, I told him like, well, under the law, there's a lot of states where LGBT are still not seen as like regular citizens. So it's like, how can you want us to be happy when when people aren't doing anything about this kind of change? Like people have the power to vote these politicians out, and they're not. It's like, oh, you could say you like LGBT all you want, but then if you're voting for some freaking idiot who doesn't like LGBT, then how's your point valid?
Yeah, like in what was and what the most like disturbing thing that I like even saw, like as I even said before, like I was part of the Free State Project up in New Hampshire, and I definitely did see some folks I remember from from my times living like being in the libertarian community up there
Mm.
on the other side. Like I definitely saw them, and like so like at that point, at least for me though, me personally, not saying as a group for like the counter protesters, but as for me personally, it was more so like a basically like absolving myself from them and noticing that I'm actually like that I'm actually better and so then stuff, and like I've actually can grow, and I could actually like and that's the thing is that that it's not too hard to see that like people um people like us of like LGBT, like we like it's not too hard to notice the that we're still going through like some like still some oppressions. Granted, we might have gay marriage federally legalized, but we're still going through housing discrimination. We're still going through job discrimination. We're still going through hate crimes.
And now
And
the Supreme Court's also trying to do more stuff to, I don't know, make discrimination more legal and like everywhere, I guess.
yeah, like and this is definitely and we are definitely living in the ANCAP paradise that we're getting discrimination. They apparently want more discrimination, and like but yet like when we have more discrimination, it means that that more people get oppressed. Like they don't understand that. Like
More lawsuits too.
yeah, like more lawsuits, more problems and stuff, and it's just like it's just like they might have they might live in the utopia they want to probably like have this like utopia where basically like oh like if we have like more freer markets, more laissez-faire markets, and we would actually have a better economy. But what they don't realize is that like we're going towards that direction, and guess what? Like people were getting even more oppressed. Like the like LGBT folks are getting more oppressed. the blacks are getting more depressed. The Latinos and like they're getting more oppressed. Like the people of color are getting more oppressed, and like and it's just like the minority, like the the minority class, they're essentially like the which is like the working class, we're basically becoming a lot more oppressed. We're like while all these like um while all these like billionaires like Trump and stuff like they're getting a lot more, of the tax cuts, they're getting a lot more um than we are. And it's just like it's just like when is the time that we actually like just like haven't had enough of this? And it's just like and that's what comes to the point where basically like we need to like why we needed to go out to kind of protest these folks, because like because their speech should have not, like their event should have not like happened. Like they that they needed to recognize that that they hold a lot more of a higher weight in society than us LGBT folk.
Oh yeah, and for one, their parade looked so disorganized, and they were like their biggest slogan. I don't know if it's the Proud Boys or it's just Super Happy Fun America. Their slogan is that like they're now the oppressed majority, just because like they can't go to like a college university wearing like a MAGA hat, like like
Mm. Oppressed majority. That seems to be a kind of like that seems to be an oxymoron to me.
Me too. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like that's it's just something that like it seemed like it was definitely something that was said back in, Nazi Germany, and it's quite concerning, especially when we have a president that says some of these guys are okay. Like like
Yeah, like and like and even like when like even back when Charlottesville
oh that
like when they were going through like through police violence down there as well. Like did they like like even Trump even said like we got to like we gotta make our like police tougher. We gotta make like don't be afraid to like to like use brute force if necessary, and some of that stuff. Like like I still remember that he made that speech, and it's concerning. Like that it just says that we live in a fascist police state when it comes to that point.
yeah, it's bad. Like, and I've seen online that they're trying to make this like the straight pride parade, the counter protesting. They're trying to blame this all on like Antifa. It's like, oh, Antifa was like they're to blame, like, and it's like it's not just about Antifa, like, but I mean, fascism is clearly getting us nowhere. I mean, it's just, people love to say, oh, we're in a great country, yada yada yada. It's like, there's just so much bad things about it. Like, I mean, there's nothing great about where we are right now. I mean, that's how I feel, I guess.
Yeah, like Um, yeah, like and I haven't said before that like this has been like this has been within America. And what I mean by this, I mean like the white supremacy, white nationalism, and like neo-Nazism and like straight out Nazism has actually been in America for the longest time. They've always exist. Like even the Klan, even like it still exists, and it's
Yeah.
just like and it's just like but they're becoming a lot more. They have a voice now. They have a venue to go to, and so that
Uh,
and 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 now it's just like the Klan could actually like could actually just like go in the streets without their hoods now and so that because like it's all out in the open and they have a venue, they have a voice, and and now like they're not afraid anymore to lash out if necessary.
Yeah. Oh, I just hear a plane really, really close by, but yeah, I hate to close, but like we'll definitely have to continue this conversation. Um, like definitely, like I
Oh
really,
yeah, most definitely.
like we're definitely gonna have to have another interview, for sure. um, we'll definitely have to have another one for sure. And it's just crazy. Like my get at is like, what kind of message are we saying to our LGBT youth? And I mean, you and I both know, like growing up being bullied for being who you are. Like I know being bullied happens to everybody, but like it's like being in like your teens not being straight. I just can't imagine like what kids are going through nowadays, because like we went through it and it's way worse nowadays in school than it was before. So like I just like it's just bad like sending this kind of message to like like younger LGBT. Um it's just what kind of message is it saying? Like, I mean, you think that like the police would like come out and say something like, "Oh, we don't really support this either, this kind of ideology," but like we were just doing our jobs, or I don't know, maybe they could have came out and said something, because um, I haven't gone to a lot of Pride events, but from what I've heard, a lot of Pride events don't even have as much security, like not even half as much, from what I've heard, as straight
Yeah,
Pride got.
like there's like very little police presence. Like there's like I even went to like even the recent Pride I went to like Worcester Pride. Like it was like like there was probably just like one police officer in the common, but that's just about it.
Are you
Only one.
fucking serious?
Only one.
Oh
And all
my.
the rest was us queer folk.
Right. I just, I mean, I guess
Yep.
it sends a good
And
message. I don't know.
and
It's good.
although there is like there is basically like a little bit more of a police presence at Boston Pride, but not but not too, like it wasn't like I could probably say like I probably saw like about 3 or 4 like police officers amongst the crowd, because like I know that Boston Pride is a whole lot bigger than Worcester Pride, so it's just like so yeah, like they were had like about like at least like 3 or 4 at least tops, as far as I seen.
Okay. I guess that's okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. We'll definitely have to have another interview. But yeah, I guess this really wraps it up. I
Oh yeah,
really
most
want.
definitely.
I think I would definitely want to like say thank you, and I really appreciate you coming on to the show, because like I know it's been kind of like hard getting onto getting an interview with me, because it's just been having issues, but you know.
Don't worry, I've been having my same issues and stuff, so it's all good.
But I really do appreciate you coming onto the show to Getting Lost in the Forest, known as GLITF. That's also provided by Getting Lost in the Forest, the DCP Network, Darker Side Podcast, the Ray Lever 1420 Canicast. I know you definitely have a shout out, because I know you definitely have a presence on TikTok, right? If you want to give your username, I don't know if you'd want to.
Yep. It's just at Marcel Fontaine, all one thing. So yep, I still use my own name on TikTok, so you could always like check out my videos, check out become a follower, like some of my videos, and yeah, you'll probably be pretty entertained, or you'll probably be pretty like okay, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's awesome though. Like that's good though. I got to get into TikTok. I know you met my friend Melissa, so like it's pretty crazy. Like, but really, thank you, and I'm glad we could talk about this. We definitely need to talk further more about what I wanted to get at next with Worcester Pride, and of course other Pride events. Um, and everything else with other subjects with going on with what's going on with the LGBT community. But I'm really, really, really appreciative to get your side of the counter protesting because apparently there's just a lot of confusion and I don't know. It seems like more people who want to open their mouths just know nothing about like what really happened. Apparently, the tourists thought it was just another Trump rally or something, which was quite funny. Uh, like they thought, I don't know, like it was weird. I saw something like that in Providence too. I don't know why it was. I saw like I think it was like a pro life one. It was just like two old men and like they were holding up these signs and I was lifting and I just flipped them off. I'm just like fuck you. Like like
Yeah.
I was just like I was heated. I was like fuck you guys like pro life. Like I don't know. Like I'm just.
Yeah, there was definitely some like there was definitely some counter protesters at Boston Pride this year, with your sin you'll go to hell or whatever, like those like usual signs and stuff. Like, and guess what? Like I actually went to Pride in my black metal corpse paint. So then I so what I did, I had to do a photo op with them. Like I actually had to be I was the one that basically said like I'm a proud sodomite.
Oh my god, that's awesome! Holy shit! You have to send me. You have to send me the photo.
Oh, I will.
Shit. Well, seriously, Marcel. Like, thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And yeah, we'll have to have you on board
You
again
as
for.
well.
Oh, thank you. Seriously. I'll definitely have to have you on board again. Maybe we'll do it from like my computer or something. I'll figure something else out. But maybe we'll just do a regular call. We'll see. But yeah, we'll definitely have you on again. It was a pleasure, and have a great night. All right.
All right, you too. Have a good one.
You too. All right. Peace.
Peace.